Well, that's it. And as we said, once these electricity rebates peter out, everyone's power bills were always going to go up. It was always just a Band-Aid solution to trick us all into thinking that Labor has actually done something when it hasn't addressed the root cause of the problem. Kevin, Chris Bowen has spent the past 4 years demonising gas, and now he's suddenly had some sort of a light bulb moment. He likes it now, and he's listening to the warnings that the East Coast are going to be running out of gas in the near future. The Prime Minister has today confirmed that a plan for a gas reservation scheme on the East Coast will be announced by the end of the year. Have a listen.
Well, we want to make sure, importantly, you've got to address what the objective is. The objective is cheaper gas, and so we're examining that. We won't be making a decision tomorrow, contrary to what has been reported. What we're doing is working those issues through, and we'll make an announcement before the end of the year.
Kevin, the coalition took this plan to the election and Labor mocked it. I remember Chris Bowen saying something along the lines of this is a reheated microwave Scott Morrison plan, and now it looks like Labor's doing a copy and paste job. How critical is it that we do keep gas on shore?
Look, really important, Danica, and that's why we did take our East Coast gas reservation policy to the last election. We want Australian gas for Australian consumers. We will have a shortfall and we need to guarantee reliable energy supply. But, Danica, this brings up the whole wider issue of gas. Gas is a really interesting policy issue for the Labor Party because they don't like it. Just to go back to the EPBC Act, all the gas producers are telling me if the changes that the government made on the last day of sitting were in place, there'd be 10 or 20 years ago, all the coal projects and all the gas projects that got up over the last 10 or 20 years would not get up under these new roles. So they don't like it. The Greens don't like it, but yet if they don't use a lot more of it, the lights literally will go out. So a real paradox for them. Again, while we've brought out our cheaper, better, fairer plan, and net zero 2050 is a big part of the problem.
Kevin, the former boss of the Bureau of Meteorology, who was in charge during the bungled $96 million website upgrade, he's certainly landed on his feet. He now works in another government job, this time as the chief executive of the Gladstone Ports Corporation, earning more than $800,000 a year. Can you understand why most Australians would find it hard to understand how you can oversee a bungle as bad as the bomb website and then next minute land another government job earning a wage most of us could only dream about?
Well, James, a very fair question, because as we know, the bomb website is a fiasco and a debacle, and what a waste of money it's been. And, from my era, I live in regional Australia. I mean, we want to know river heights, we want to know weather warnings, and we need to know it in advance. And, I went on, and you just can't find where these things are. The river warnings were really poorly designed, and where you went and found those as well. So, look, it was a waste of taxpayer money and, a sham, really. It's been a great shame and a great waste of taxpayers' money. Another one by this Labor government.
Yeah, it certainly has been. Kevin Hogan, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it.